Hey, what's up guys? My name is Ben, and if you don't know, this channel is everything music related and album reviews. For my first video, I decided to do one of my favorite albums currently, which is Yumeno Garden by The Last Dinosaurs. The Last Dinosaurs are an indie/alternative group out of Australia, and they are one of the more underrated and underground bands right now. I decided to make this video to share my thoughts about the album and give you insight on the album as a whole and the tracks separately. Without further ado, let's get into it. This album starts off with a straight up banger in 11. It's one of my favorites on the LP and one of the band's best tracks. The loud in-your-face guitar and addictive vocals allow this track to have great replayability. The song was actually inspired when the band's Sean Casey saw the Strokes perform live. After he got home, he ended up writing the first guitar solo for the track. Overall, I would give it about a 9 out of 10. Good start for the LP. Dominoes is the second track on the album, and I wasn't too high on this track the first time I heard it. The chorus didn't have the same feel as 11 and was quite redundant. The instrumental is impressive as always with The Last Dinosaurs, but I felt that this track was missing in the department lyrically. Also, this song is pretty forgettable and I couldn't remember much about the track after I listened to the album. Overall, a 4 out of 10. Bass God. The song starts off with a strong bass line and is used heavily throughout the rest of the song. These lyrics definitely are more memorable and impactful than the two previous tracks. The lyrics provide some relief to the listener as it says to not worry all the time about everything. The main guitar riff is addicting, and I found that it was playing in my head when I was doing nothing. The song also has a slow, methodical bridge which allows for clearer lyrics and allows the listener to get a deeper understanding and meaning of the song. Overall, I would rate it about a 7.5 out of 10. Sense. A common theme with Last Dinosaur songs is that they start with a blaring but melodic guitar riff that is used in the rest of the song. This is executed perfectly in the track Sense, along with 11. This is one of the more popular tracks in the LP, and for good reason. It has memorable lyrics and melodic guitar riffs. The bridge and slower part around 2 minutes is my favorite part of the track. It allows for you to regroup your thoughts and get ready for the heavy melody in the final part of the track. Overall, I would rate this song 8 out of 10. Happy. Another absolute banger on the album is Happy, which takes a slower approach compared to the previous 4 tracks. The lyrics are delivered in a soft-spoken tone and builds up to the chorus perfectly. The lyrics describe the trouble about trying to make someone happy. I found this to be relatable since I've personally tried to make people happy, but due to their constant changes, it's difficult to fulfill this. The song's slow yet melodic tone allows for more understanding of the lyrics, and in my opinion, overall enjoyment of the song. Overall, I'd give it about an 8 out of 10. Forget about. You know why they call it Forget About? Because you'll forget about the song.
Boo! You stink!
I'm releasing a stand-up channel later if you want to come subscribe to that. Sorry, but in all seriousness, the song is solid with another quick start to guitar riff. The live version that you can see on screen was better than the version on the LP, I thought. But that's not to say that the version on the album is not good, too. This to me is their most pop-influenced song, with a sing-along chorus and pretty cheesy lyrics. It's not a bad thing, as the song still delivers good instrumentals and an overall good song. However, the song can feel pretty stale and basic at times if you listen to it repeatedly. Overall, 7 out of 10. Italo Disco. Man, what a chill and relaxing song. The song starts out with a soothing intro that seamlessly translates into the lyrics. The lyrics and vocal performance on this track is one of my favorites on the album, as the vocals have a chill tone that doesn't overstay its welcome. The song is a little bit long in the effect that most of the song is the same beat and instrumentals repeated, so it makes it feel longer than some of the other tracks on the album. But despite this, I still find myself constantly listening to the song when all of my anxieties are getting to me, and the song allows me to escape for a couple of minutes. Overall, 8.5 out of 10. Everything Relative. This is the shortest track on the album, which still clocks in at 3:16. The track is one of the weaker ones on the album as it just feels like filler and doesn't have the same atmosphere of the other tracks in my opinion. This song would be good if I just smoked the blunt and took some acid because it is trippy, but the lyrics are confusing and incoherent at times. I find myself having trouble understanding what the lyrics were saying for the majority of the song. The song doesn't feel like a Last Dinosaur song, it feels more like an electric group song where you found at some rave. One big adjustment I would make is just change the auto-tune and lyrical production to something more similar to the rest of the album. Pretty forgettable and bad with hints of a mediocre song. 3 out of 10. Shallow Boy. I was generally surprised about this track because when I first listened to this album about a year ago, I didn't remember much about the ending tracks that finish off the album. However, with the re-listen, the song sounded much catchier and memorable than before. It was like just finding out about a song that you had in your mind but didn't have the name for, so you could actually listen to the song instead of just playing it in your head. Anyways, I may be hyping the song up a little bit too much, but there is generally a good song to be found here. The simplicity of the start of the song is what catches me and hooks me onto the rest of the song. While the song peaks with its start, it definitely doesn't finish poorly and delivers an enjoyable pop banger. 7 out of 10. Non Lo So, which is the final track to conclude an average length album. This track does an excellent job at delivering a satisfying conclusion to the listener and gives them the satisfaction from the slow and chiller song. The song focuses and relies heavily on the lyrics and the beat more so than the guitar riffs, which is unlike most Last Dinosaur songs. I actually prefer their songs like this, but don't be mistaken, there still is plenty of guitar in this track, which is more prevalent towards the middle of the track. Overall, I don't have many problems with this track. It isn't the best on the album, but it is one of their better, slower, and more chill songs. Overall, I would give it about a 7.5 out of 10. In conclusion, Yumeno Garden is an incredibly underrated album, which delivers consistent quality in the form of chill song and headbanging guitar riffs. This album is the third release by the Last Dinosaurs in 2018. To condense my thoughts about this album, I thought it pioneered a sound that was unique to the Last Dinosaurs and delivered some of my favorite tracks of theirs. Their latest work is a single titled Look Back, which was released on March 25th, 2022. And I could do a more in-depth review about that if you would like me to. If you want me to review any albums or any specific tracks, leave it in the comments. I'd appreciate it if you subscribed as I put out a new video out every week. If you have any criticism on the way I make my videos, my commentary, or other aspects of the video, please leave them in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.